Hello my friends, welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 200 pounds without bariatric surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to click the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. My top 3 tips. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. I am so excited that you stopped to check in on me on my week 10 of my summer keto weight loss cut. I'm kind of at a loss for words because I cannot believe I actually made it all the way to week 10. It does not feel like it has been 10 weeks. My life is crazy and this week has definitely been no exception. So I am excited to show you kind of like what is happening in my weight loss journey this week. Let me recap a bit in case some of you might be new. I know a lot of new people are stopping by these newer videos, and so I want to kind of give you a quick lowdown of my situation. I began a ketogenic journey in 2017, January 1st, in desperation to lose as much weight as I could. I was at the point where I was considering weight loss surgery, which there is nothing wrong with weight loss surgery. In fact, I was very much on board and was thinking about going along on that plan when I found this ketogenic way of eating that really worked for me. I was able to lose 138 pounds the very first year, and after that I got all the way to 200 pounds lost. Last summer, about a year ago, I had skin removal surgery. I had a full lower body lift, a Fleur-de-lis tummy tuck with muscle repair, and all of the lifting that goes along with that, as well as I had some of my inner thigh skin removed. Since then, I have had a little bit of a complication. I swelled up really bad in my legs and hips post-surgery, and that swelling never really went away. And about 3-4 months ago, I started figuring out that part of the reason it didn't go away was because I suffer from a fatty tissue disorder called lipedema. If you want to know more information about lipedema, I have videos here on my channel that kind of describe it, but basically what happens is your fat cells get coated with lymph fluid because you have a lymph fluid issue. Also, it seems to be hormonal related, but nobody knows exactly what causes it. But 11% of women suffer from lipedema. And when that fibrous coating gets made around the fatty tissue deposit, it can no longer be accessed to burn by the body and makes it extremely resistant to diet and exercise. I got super lucky that I found keto because apparently keto is the only thing that appears to affect lipedema in any way. Eating an anti-inflammatory diet has also been proven to help a little bit, but keto seems to be the best bet. I have not stayed keto the entire 5 years. In fact, the year leading up to my surgery and the year following my surgery, I pretty much have not been in ketosis on purpose. I was trying to find a way to live a little bit more normally without completely getting rid of certain food groups. But since then, I have found this information about lipedema, and I wanted to try going keto again to see if possibly the keto shrinks the lipedema. So my main goal with this summer cut is not necessarily to get back to where I was, because I did put on quite a bit of weight after my surgery. In fact, within 5 days, I put on 30 pounds, which we have to just know can't possibly be body fat because it's way too fast. I didn't eat that much food. I mean, I ate some food, but not that much food. And over the last year, I haven't been able to make it budge that much. The chances of it being new body fat is slim. The chances of it being old lipedema that has swelled up due to the lymph issues post-surgery is high. So that is what I am trying to address with this keto cut, to see if I can shrink some of those lipedema areas, which are still in my legs, knees, especially my knees, and my hips and buttocks area. So that's a lot, I guess. So that's a lot to say. These little videos are just my check-in videos of how it went this week. In a couple weeks, I will be doing a 12-week results video. So keep your eye out for that. And don't forget to go down and subscribe so that you don't miss that video coming out, because it's going to be really interesting. I am not showing my before and afters in this video. I will show you before and after from just this week. But I'm not showing before and after for the whole cut until 12 weeks because I want it to be a super big, like, shocking result. And I think it will be. I really do. I've worked really hard this summer and I've been really proud of myself. So now you kind of know where I am starting from. In this video, I'm going to be showing you everything I ate this week, as well as some of the fun things I got to do, kind of some little vloggy type things, any exercise that I did for the week, a 360 body view of my before and after for just this week, and of course, anything else that I find relevant to my results this week on keto. I have a very busy life. I am a homeschooling photographer dance mom. I have 9 children, ages 26 to 6. Yes, I'm 47 years old. I turned 48 in November. If you want to send me a birthday present, I always have my Amazon wish list linked in the About section, as well, of course, as you're watching the food videos. If you see any products that you might be interested in, a lot of the things I use, I have discount codes for in the About section. So as you're watching this video, don't forget to click the little triangle, go down in the description and find all of the goodies and fun things that I have listed down below, as well as how you can join me on the journey. I have that information down there as well. Okay, so that is a lot of talking just to say I'm going to show you everything I ate this week. We might as well just get to it. So let's get to the food. Guys, welcome back. It is Sunday and it is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm having my first meal. I often get asked why I eat so late. It's just I'm super busy in the mornings. I homeschool my kids. Like on Sunday I went to church. I have a lot going on in the mornings that I can distract myself from eating, and then my eating window can get pushed to later at night, when late at night is my difficult time where I have a hard time not eating or munching, like right before bed when I'm tired and I just don't have as much self-control. So it's better for me to eat a big meal later in the day. So 2 o'clock is generally my first meal, and around 8, 9 o'clock is often my second meal, depending on the day of the week. Today, I am trying something a little different than usual. I am having a 90-second bread sandwich. So I have a recipe for this 90-second bread in my playlist, if you go find the recipes playlist, but it is made with 45 grams of almond flour, 1 egg, a little bit of fat. I used 12 grams of olive oil in this one, and a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Then on it, I have 1 piece of provolone cheese and 6 slices of Lando Frost ham. Then I have the thing I eat every single day without fail. It's pretty much never that I miss having my yogurt sludge. Yes, I did not coin that term. Someone else did. It's not my favorite, but basically what it means is yogurt mixed with protein powder. This version is my favorite. I eat it almost every single day exclusively. I call it my lemon berry sludge, but it is made with 227 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt, and 25 grams of perfect keto vanilla whey protein powder. You can use any brand, but I have that one listed in the About section if you're interested. Also in it is 2 capfuls of lemon juice, 2 squirts of lemonade Mio water enhancer, and 30 grams of almond milk to make it thin. You do not have to add the almond milk. I just like it smooth like a pudding. On top, I have 30 grams of blueberries and 25 grams of Great Value brand spray whipped cream, sugar-free. And that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 10 o'clock on Sunday night and I'm finally eating my last meal of the day. We went and visited family and we didn't get home till pretty late. I didn't want to make Dave make my food, and I was craving like sweet stuff, and I was seriously tempted to just eat like keto cakes and Built bars and stuff and just call it good because I just didn't want to make anything. But then I talked myself into making an omelet. So I've got an omelet that I made with 2 eggs, cheese, ham, bell pepper, onion, olives, and tomatoes on top, and cheddar cheese. I think I said cheddar cheese. Then I have 2 Birch Bender waffles. I had these in the freezer with a little sugar-free syrup on top. Then I did go for a half of a keto cake. I really need to eat these. I have one more, and I just haven't wanted to eat them because of the calories, but they're going to go bad if I don't eat them. I need to eat the food that I have, which is why I went for these Birch Benders. They've literally been in my, I don't even know, my freezer for like months. I don't even know how long. And then a Built bar. This was one in my stash that's just a random leftover from a while back. I haven't bought these Cherry Barcia ones in a while, but that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is that day. I have finally chosen a primary care physician that I'm going to try out. I am super nervous. I'm going to be talking to her about a couple of things, and of course, number one priority is my legs. I am expecting that she won't have heard about lipedema. I don't know how much of the actual visit I will like film. Probably not much, but I will be back on here letting you know what happened and, you know, all of that stuff. I finally just got brave and made an appointment with someone, and I'm just hoping I chose the right one. It's hard. I never really had a doctor because I had so many babies. I have 8 babies that I birthed and 1 that I adopted, and I've had just, you know, midwives and things all this time. Haven't had a regular primary care. A couple years back, I did go, after I lost all the weight, to have a physical done with someone I thought might become my primary care. I didn't really like the visit. I felt like she was not very thorough. She didn't really look at me. She just kind of looked at my blood work and said, and my weight and my weight loss, and said, yep, you're healthy, and which kind of was like okay at the time, but it's not okay with me now. I want somebody that, you know, I can trust to take me seriously. She was, and then she also moved. It's like I went to see her and then she was gone. So I didn't have anybody again. So here we go. I'm trying another lady at my same office. Really hoping it goes well. I will keep you guys updated as soon as I have something to share. Okay, well, I saw the doctor. I mean, I liked her, and I also didn't in some, well, I'm picky. I liked her in that she seemed to listen to me, and she didn't like discount any of the things that I was asking about. I didn't like that when I was talking, she was just like, like making agreeing sounds like she agreed with me, and yet I wasn't sure if she really did, and so I didn't really know what her actual opinion was on anything, because she made it sound like she was disagreeing with everything I said. That all being said, she didn't argue with me. She didn't tell me I was crazy. She didn't actually look at my legs, which I thought was okay, whatever. But basically what she ended up doing is giving me a lot of referrals. So she gave me a referral to the lymphedema clinic that I wanted to visit, and I figured that they can also, you know, recommend a pump for my legs, or they'll know more about it. Hopefully, I hope. It's a lymphedema clinic. I've been wanting to go there for a couple of months, but I've been trying to find a referral. So I got that, which, you know, that was the number one thing on my list, was getting a referral to that lymphedema clinic. And they should be calling me within a week or so to make an appointment. So that's good. She also gave me a referral to a vein doctor to see if I have chronic venous insufficiency, just based on my description. So she didn't actually look at my veins, but I guess she believed me, because I guess I seemed like I knew what I was talking about. I don't know. But she was willing to give me the referral to the other doctor, which, I mean, is also the second thing that was high on my priority list going in there. She also listened to me about 3 other things actually, that I wanted to talk about, and we got it done in 15 minutes because she just listened, agreed with me, and then gave me what I wanted, kind of thing. I talked to her about, I hurt my knee, Just yesterday, well, just Saturday when I walked in the parade with my girls, and then I was walking around with them all day, and then, you know, all of a sudden my knee just felt like it was kind of slipping out of joint, and she said it was called runner's knee, and she gave me some advice on like how to help it while it's healing up, but that it's not a severe issue. It's kind of what I was thinking anyway, but I just wanted to see if there's anything I could do. So I'm going to do those exercises that she recommended and stuff. And another really big one is that I was super nervous to ask about, but ADHD, because I've never gotten a diagnosis. I'm 100% sure I have it, especially because I just got my daughter diagnosed, and I'm just like, yep, that explains so much about me and who I am and what makes me great, and yet also stresses me out. And I'd really love to get medicated for that, but she didn't seem eager to give me a prescription. She did give me a referral to a behavioral health ADHD, adult ADHD type situation clinic. So they should be calling me within a week, hopefully, to make an appointment. And then I talked to her about my vocal cord issue that I've had forever. Again, my vocal cords felt like they were tearing yesterday, and I couldn't sing, and it was just stressful because I am the choir director at church, and she gave me a referral to an ENT. So basically what I got was a lot of referrals to other doctors, which is good because, I mean, that's another step, and honestly, she's not able to diagnose those things, and so she just referring me to someone who hopefully can. I think that's all the things I talked about. Yeah, so I think it was a productive visit. It was 15 whole minutes. I talked fast. She wrote things down, and we were done. Whether or not I feel like she's a good fit for my primary, I don't know. I kind of didn't love her positive, happy, responding to me, everything that I couldn't tell if she was taking me seriously or just like patronizing. I don't know. She's also so young, but I am getting old, I guess. Anyway, that's the sitch, and I'll keep you guys updated as soon as I know more, which probably won't be this week. Alrighty guys, it is 3 o'clock on Monday, and usually I don't eat so late, but I had to go to the doctor this morning, which you probably saw, and a lot was going on, and my kid's starting school tomorrow, so I have things going on. Anyway, I'm finally eating my first meal of the day, and this is my typical first meal. I have this a lot. This is 2 eggs, 30 grams of fried mozzarella cheese, 26 grams of center cut bacon, and my regular perfect keto sludge that I talked about yesterday. I have this pretty much every day, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 9:30. It's been a crazy day, and I'm about to have my final meal of the day. I am having cauliflower rice with hamburger gravy. I have the recipe for this hamburger gravy in my playlist, but tonight I had it made with a 93.7 ground beef, 20 grams of heavy cream, bouillon, 30 grams of peas, 30 grams of bunion, 70 grams of mushroom, 30 grams of mozzarella on top, 155 grams of cauliflower rice underneath. I'm also going to have a Built Bar, and that is going to be my last meal of the day. So I don't need a man to tell me who I am. Alrighty guys, it is Tuesday. I am leaving to go for a whirlwind of activity, and I'm not going to be back home until like 5:30 p.m. So I have to eat now, even though it's early. It is 12:30. Now you hear why I don't ever make videos anywhere but my room. It's because of that. It's all right. So I am having 2 eggs and 31 grams of cheese. Yes, this is cheese. I overcooked it. Oh my goodness. It's like a cheese cracker. My same sludge as usual and a Built Bar, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, today has been a day. It's been a day. And we are now trapped an hour away from home. My car overheated, and it's 5, and we're not eating for 2 more hours. I'm not even gonna get home in time to eat, probably. So I'm gonna eat some food, and I know this is gonna put me over my macros for the day, and I'm probably gonna be eating extra at dinner anyways. Sometimes it just happens. So I'm having me some treats. Let's see, it's a Quest gooey protein caramel thingamajigger and chili almonds. Gotta love it. guys. I say that a lot. Sorry. It's just how I open. But anyway, it's Wednesday and the chicken feed is empty, so I am doing the chicken bucket workout. There was a little bit of food, so they're not like hovering over there waiting for me to do this. So there's nobody watching today. I don't know. And I have the giant sunflowers who have taken over my area. And soon probably they will have flowers. Maybe they're not sunflowers. I'm starting to wonder. Maybe I'll kill them all if they're not sunflowers. Oh, they aren't sunflowers. The heck are they? Giant weeds? Great. I've let giant weeds take over. I mean, do you see this? This is my shoulder and the top of this weed. I have let these giant weeds take over my area thinking they were sunflowers, and they're not. Look. That's a sunflower. Some farmer I am. Huh. Maybe I should trample these then. Anyway, gonna do my workout.
No need, they don't give a damn, but I know who can. Just see, stronger together. You already know, whenever the weather, don't have to be alone. 'Cause I'm a girl's girl, nothing better to me than a girl's world. No one better to me than a girl's girl. Girl's girl, girl's girl. So I don't need a man to tell me who I am. Let me I'll hold you up when you fall. If you're drunk and you call, keep you high, help you fly, never make you cry. Girl's girl, girl's girl. Hold you up when you fall. If you're drunk and you call, keep you high, help you fly, never make you cry. Girl's girl, girl's girl. 'Cause I'm your girl, girl, girl. Ooh, oh, girl's girl, girl's girl. I've never felt this way. Never thought I'd be endings or something I could believe. I leave love for my dreaming, 'cause I don't want my heart to bleed. So tell me, why is it when I would close my eyes, it's you I would see, it's you I would dream. I don't wanna be in a fantasy, so why won't you let me breathe? 'Cause I don't wanna feel this way, but you wanna hear me say that I can't stop thinking about you, that my heart stops beating when I'm with you is true. I never felt this way. When you walked out that door, I didn't think I would care, but you left me wanting more, and I denied my feelings were there. But you took me by surprise when you caught my eye, like we never fight about who was right, but I keep denying and we stop fighting again and again and again and again. 'Cause I
gonna pick that up, buddy. It's pretty heavy. All right. Ooh, don't put on your toes. I'm gonna go feed the chickens. Okay? Okay, it is 2 o'clock on Wednesday, and I'm having my typical first meal of the day. 2 eggs, 26 grams of bacon, 31 grams of mozzarella cheese, and my regular keto, perfect keto vanilla lemon berry sludge. And that is going to be my first meal of the day.
I've never felt this way. Oh, you wanna hear me say?
Morning, guys. It is 7:30 in the morning, and the sun is barely coming up, and I'm just trying to get in the pool. Maybe just once or twice more before I don't have time anymore. School starts, well, public school already started, and my homeschool starts next week. So this may be my last chance to get in the pool. It's looking kind of scungy, but people haven't been in here for over a week, maybe longer. Actually, probably longer. But yeah, today it's going down.
That I can't stop thinking about you. That my heart stops beating when I'm with you. So I can't help but feel this way.
Okay, it's actually not too cold. It's about 71 degrees outside. Pool's probably about that too. Actually, it feels pretty good. This is fun. Alrighty, guys, it is Thursday. It is 1:30, and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. I am having 2 eggs, 26 grams of center cut bacon, 40 grams of provolone cheese fried in a pan, and my regular lemon berry keto sludge. That's going to be my first meal of the day. Alrighty, everyone, it is 10:30. Don't say anything. Yes, I know I probably will get heartburn. No, I won't. Everyone doesn't understand. I don't get heartburn. It's fine. I'm having wings. I'm super tired. I should have been in bed an hour ago. And they stiffed me on the veg. But that's what I'm going to have for my last meal of the day. Guys, last day of summer. I start homeschooling with the kids on Monday. At least our official homeschooling. And I'll be spending way too much time doing that to probably get in the pool. So today's going to be my last hurrah. I'm sad. Didn't get in nearly as much this year as I was hoping to, but I've been grateful for it, especially because of my lipedema. I think it's made a world of difference this summer. Hey, there's my plane guy. He always follows here. Look at that. There he is. I always wave at him when I'm in the pool. I think it's a company that like practices, with people, because they fly over almost exactly at the same time every day. Anyway, into the pool I go. Guys, it's 1:30 on Friday, and I'm about to have my first meal of the day. Today I'm having two eggs and 30 grams of mozzarella cheese fried in a pan, my regular sludge, and a Quest peanut butter cups, and that is going to be my first meal of the day. 1:41 on Friday night. Not kidding. Went to a wedding tonight, and the only thing they had to eat there was ice cream. Literally the only thing. And toppings and things like that. So I didn't eat. Kids wouldn't leave. They wanted to keep dancing, and I danced the night away. I don't think anyone filmed me dancing, I don't think, but maybe if they did, you saw it already or whatever. But anyway, I finally got home, and I just finished up making what Dave had started making for me for dinner. And I am having 200 grams of yellow squash topped by 8 ounces of chicken breast cooked with, oh my gosh, my brain is just done in 100 grams of Bertolli Alfredo sauce, 20 grams of mozzarella cheese on top. And then I'm also having a little bowl of fruit. This is 65 grams of raspberries, 20 grams of blueberries, and 10 grams of sugar-free whipped cream. That's going to be my last meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it is 2:30 in the afternoon on Saturday. As you saw, I went to like a baptism this morning, and I was able to have a little bit of lunch meat, some cheese, some veggies, but it was not enough. I am super hungry, so I made myself a giant bowl of my favorite lemon berry, I don't know what to call it, yogurt, protein yogurt, whatever it is. So today I made it with 300 grams of yogurt, 30 grams of perfect keto vanilla protein, still 2 squirts of Mio, and two capfuls of lemon juice, still 30 grams of blueberries, but 30 grams of sugar-free whipped cream. That's going to be the end of the first meal of the day. Alrighty guys, it's 8:30 on Saturday night. I'm having my last meal of the day. I went shopping and I found these bird's eye, like, what was they called? Like, well, it was bird's eye cauliflower rice that was ham fried rice flavor. And it didn't quite go how I planned. I got that idea from Keto Rewind, Jess. And I thought, ooh, that sounds good. Went and got it. Well, I was going to eat half the bag, but then I realized that the seasoning is like in little jelly balls inside. Anyway, I ended up having to put it all on my plate, which totally put me way over on my carbs and a little over my calories. So I don't know if I'm going to regret it or not. I ended up having to eat the whole package because it was weird and it was like hard to track half the package. Anyway, this is what it looks like. So here is the ham fried rice with 2 eggs on top of it. Of course, it has egg in it, and also peas and a little carrot, little onion. I don't know exactly why the carbs are so high. No idea, but maybe the seasoning, which, in my opinion, isn't all that spectacular. I also cooked up 12 grams of chicken breast because I'm super low on protein, and I made it with ginger powder, garlic, red pepper flakes, bouillon, a little bouillon powder, and a tiny bit of soy sauce. So I'm hoping at least the chicken tastes good, and that is going to be my last meal of the day. Yeah. Okay, so there it is in all its glory. It was kind of a crazy week. Like, I'm sure you noticed that my macros, if you're not new, you know I'm probably a little over on my calories for this week. Yes. And some things happened this week that I wasn't quite prepared for, which is par for the course for me. If you have watched this channel for a half a second, you know that I don't always plan things in advance, and I should try a lot harder to do so, and yet I do not. I have ADHD, and I like to fly by the seat of my pants a lot of time. I do some things that help my executive function. So if you know anything about ADHD, you know that it is hard to make yourself get motivated to do things. Part of the reason I got so overweight is because my anxiety and ADHD triggers me to chew. You'll find me biting my teeth. I do that. And so eating was a way to prevent myself from chomping on my teeth all the time. I ate a lot, and I still like to eat a lot, and it's hard. It's still like one of the number one things that is hard for me to stop doing is just to stop eating, which is crazy because I can eat a lot of food in one sitting if I don't keep myself in check, which is part of the reason I track my food and do things a little bit more scientifically. It is part of the executive function thing, getting myself to do it by keeping track of the data. It helps me to stay a little bit more focused and helps me to hyper-focus on my weight loss when I'm ready to do weight loss. I don't always hyper-focus on weight loss, and I think part of the reason that I've been so successful is because I really can relax and let it go and like go on to something else for a while and then come back to it when I feel uncomfortable. Whereas I'm not letting myself go crazy and like regain 70 pounds. And of course I was totally unprepared for the gaining of 30 pounds in 5 days post-surgery. Now I know better, so if I ever do surgery again, I'm just gonna be expecting that and know that it's coming, because I've had that experience now, but before I did not have any experience because that was my literal first surgery ever. I never had had any surgery at all. And so it was kind of eye-opening of what my body does and how crazy it is with the water weight gain. And if you've been watching my channel for half a second, you probably know that I have major issues with up and down on the scale due to water weight. The scale. It's a love and hate relationship. Let's be real. And you know, I have really paid attention, especially these last 10 weeks, to see if some of the foods that I eat cause a big uptick in the scale, or if it really, really does boil down to hormonal changes. And as much as I like to say I found some inflammatory foods that I can get rid of, in all honesty, the only thing that seems regular that I can connect it to is going up on the scale when I ovulate and when I start my cycle. And those are both hormonal related, and those both equate to it being a lipedema issue. And also that there's nothing I can do about it. I even have tried taking like Midol that has a little bit of a water pill kind of in it. Hasn't helped at all. I've tried eating no Built bars at all. Hasn't helped at all. I've tried eating more Built bars to see if it made it worse. Didn't really seem to affect anything. So I've just kind of been playing with things this last 10 weeks to see if maybe the foods are causing some of the issue, but it does not appear to be so. As long as I'm staying in a calorie deficit, I'm losing weight unless I'm retaining water due to lipedema. So since we're talking about the scale, we may as well get to the data, all right? So let's just be real. This week was great on the scale. Last week was sucky. This week was great, and I'm thrilled about that. And guess what? Didn't I predict that in the last video? I know that it's going to come back down this week because this week is the week that the water weight usually whooshes off of me. So we'll see. Cross my fingers. I hate to say that and put it out into the ether in case it doesn't happen, but you know, it is what it is. See? Predicted it. You know how I could predict it? Because I've done this a billion times. It's just kind of how it is. And when people come to me and they're frustrated about not losing weight quick enough, or, you know, struggling with up and downs on the scale and stuff, I'm like, you need to really just let all that go. You have to be in it to win it for 12 weeks at minimum. Well, I mean, you can do it shorter than that. I don't necessarily recommend longer than that unless you're severely obese. But you can be in it to win it for at least 3 months before you can throw in the towel and say, this doesn't work for me. I'll get some people that lose really well at the beginning, and then they just have 1 week or 2 weeks where they don't see any loss, and they get so frustrated. And I'm always like, dude, don't be me, because there was a lot of times in my weight loss journey where when I would ovulate, I would put on 6 pounds of water weight overnight. It happened to me all the time. And I'll have people come and say, oh, I can't eat carbs. I tried going back on carbs after doing keto and I put on 10 pounds overnight. Yeah, that happens. But the thing is, you have to add them back slowly so that your body can kind of get used to it. You can't just throw it all at your body and go, ha! It's like your body wigs out. People are like, oh, I can never eat carbs. Okay, that's just a falsity. It's a falsity. There are very few people who cannot eat carbs. I actually can. I did a whole year proving that I could before I had this surgery and was dealing with the lipedema. So And I intend probably to do that again because I don't intend to stay keto forever, even though the supposed lipedema gurus say it's the best and only way. I don't intend to live like that. It's not my plan. So if you're here for keto, this is a great time for you to be here. If you are here to see what I want to do for the rest of my life, it may not be keto. Just keep that in mind. Last time I went off keto, I got a lot of flack. I don't intend to accept flack. Yeah, I'm not a flack acceptor very well. If you know me very well, you see in the comments that I have often argued with people who give me flack. It is one of my downfalls as part of my ADHD. I hyper-focus on things and I really want to get in there and argue, and sometimes it's worth it and sometimes I'll just go bye-bye. Beep. So if you come back to the channel and you notice that you can no longer comment, that would be why. And this is my channel, it's my space, so I don't have to put up with that. And thankfully, nobody was rude to me in my last video. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love how many of you guys are so positive and uplifting and just awesome. And I just think it's so great. So, the weights. Oh my gosh, see? Squirrel. Okay, the weights. Oh my gosh. 194.2, 193.6, 192.2, 193.4. That was annoying. 193, 192.2 again, and this morning, 192. Yes. I was secretly hoping I'd see 191, but you know, we can't have everything we want. I'm just thrilled that I've seen the lowest number now in 10 weeks, no, 192. So that makes me happy. My average for the week is 192.9. And I go by the average for the week. I add all the days up and divide it by 7, and that's the number I go by over time. And I do mean over time. Time. Give it some time. So 192.9 average means I was down 2.3 pounds for this week, which means I went down the pound I gained last week and another 1.3 pounds for a total of 9.6 average pounds since the beginning of this cut 10 weeks ago. But if you go by my highest weight, oh, actually, I don't even know what my highest weight was. I only know my high average. Okay, here it is. Very highest weight of the very first week was 203.6, and today was 192. So that's well over 10 pounds if you want to go by the not average. But I prefer to go by the average, so that's 9.6 in 10 weeks. It's almost a pound a week. That's pretty great, especially because if you haven't noticed, my calories keep a creeping up. It's like I'm already reverse dieting. I'm not really meaning to, but it's just kind of going that way. And this week it's going to be up again because I'm going to a baseball game this week. And I was planning on it being a diet break day. Now I'm like, do I really need a diet break? I don't know. Wish me luck this week, guys, because I don't know what's going to happen. But my calories for this week were 1604, 1506, 1698, which was the day my car broke down an hour away from home. And I had to sit for an hour to wait for it to cool off before I could put some more antifreeze in and drive home. So I ate me a little snack at the gas station. And then 1808, which was the lawnmower races day, and we had Dave's amazing pulled pork. Who could resist that? It's so good, but it is so high calorie. And then the next day, 1542, 1522, and 1576 for an average of 1608. So that is about what I usually get on a diet break week. So it kind of was a diet break week in my opinion. It is up 48 from last week. So it kind of is like I'm on a diet break. I really am not meaning to do that. It's just kind of happening. And the weight is still going down, so I'm not stressing about it. But one thing you may have seen in the video, maybe you want to talk about, is my little venture with my cute 10-year-old who wanted me to try on the wide leg jeans. You know when you have those moments that you don't really plan, but everything just kind of falls into place and everything goes a different way than you expected it, but it turns out to be like amazing. That is what happened on the day with the wide leg pants. So we were planning to buy school supplies and originally planned to go to Walmart, but my cute girl was with me and she really loves Target, and we thought maybe we could find some cuter school supplies if we went to Target. And I'd already bought my public school kids school supplies, and this was for my homeschool kids, and so I thought, I'm just going to take her in there, and if I don't find anything, I can always go to Walmart later. And of course I walk in and I see swimsuits and I'm like, ooh, swimsuits. I've been looking for a bikini top to go with this specific pair of bottoms that I've had for like 2 years. Now, I didn't find one, but it kind of roped me into the clothing section. We came back around the back of the swimsuits, and my daughter found these pants, and it's the ones that I ended up buying for myself. And she held them up. She's like, oh, I want some of these so bad. These are so in, And I'm like, why are they in? They're ridiculous. I've never in my life worn a bell-bottom or a wide-leg pant like that. And she laughed because she pointed at the pants that I was wearing, and they were kind of wide-legged pants. And the reason I'd worn them is because we were going to a wedding later that night, and I wanted something dressier, and I definitely can't wear just my compression leggings, which I wear for my lipedema. I wear them every day, and I just, wear them, out in public, like one of those crazy exercise people that never takes off their exercise clothes. Because let's be real, it's hot. It's summer. And wearing 2 layers of pants, yeah, I don't really want to do that. So I had thrown those on over, and she's like, those are wide leg pants. And I'm like, that's true. And I really like these pants. So I was like, well, these pants are not going to fit you, dear. We can look around, but these are way too expensive. Next thing we know, we find another rack. They're not the ones that we found for her aren't quite as wide legged, but all of a sudden I thought to myself, well, what if these pants fit me? I was thinking I would hang on to them for my 14-year-old, and they were size 10s. And I thought, it's been a really long time since I've just picked up something in the store and gone in and tried it on. And I'm like, she's got the same, and we should at least go and put them on if I can get it on. I was just fully expecting it to go to my booty and be done. Because it seems like most of the girls who are wearing those wide leg pants are they have no booty. And the pants don't look so great on bootylicious girls, right? And so anyway, I decided just on a whim to do it. So she went into one dressing room and I went to another one, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to put these on over my compression leggings because I have them on anyways. I'll just get it done really quick. And I pulled them up, and they did up. And I was like, okay. And then not only did they do up, they fit perfectly, like a glove. And then I looked at myself in the mirror and my jaw dropped. I was like, whoa, oh my gosh, lightning bolt right to the heart. I was in love with those pants. And I think it's probably the only time that I can remember in the history of my life that I have gone into a store, picked up something off the rack, put it on, and been in love with how I look. Usually I'll go in and I'll put it on and I'll be like, oh, it's not so bad. Oh, it fits. Oh, I'm glad it's a small size. No, this was, when I looked in the mirror, I was like, hey, baby. It's like, that butt, though, right? I would swear about, you know what I'm saying, right? I have said that word on this channel before, actually. If you go back to season 1 or the very beginning, I said that once. But it made my butt look really good. And so I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, now I'm going to have to buy her those pants because I'm not leaving the store without these. So she came in, we posed together, and even though I didn't really want to pay that kind of cash for some pants for her since she doesn't go to public school, I did it anyways because I was like, no, you know what? This is a moment that we're going to remember forever. So that's just the beginning, right? It turned out she had the exact same color shirt in her bag that she had brought to wear to the wedding, and I did my hair in a bun so I would match her because she was going to ballet practice before we went to the wedding. And we both had high heel boots. We were literal twins. And I didn't get a picture of that or much of anything of that at the wedding because I walked in and it was really weird because it seemed like people just stopped looking at the bride and they just were gawking at me. A lot of them are my friends. They haven't seen me in a really long time. And I felt amazing. I exuded confidence. I exuded fashion. I don't know. It probably didn't look that great, but inside me, I felt that great. And I don't think I ever have felt that great. In my life, I can't think of a time I felt like I looked that great. It was amazing. And I got out on the dance floor and I danced and danced and danced. And I just felt so good and so pretty and so awesome. And so many people came up to me and were like, oh my gosh, you look so amazing. And this time, I actually believed it. A lot of times people tell me I look amazing and I'm always like, thank you. And inside I'm like, okay, whatever. This time I couldn't believe it. So let us go over the inches really quick because that leads us to why did those pants fit me, even though I still weigh 192 pounds. It's mind-blowing. I went back through my thing to look at my weights, and I literally have been this weight since I had my surgery on and off, like multiple times. But I have never fit into a size 10 pants since my surgery. Like never. In fact, I pulled out a bunch of pants that I'd put away and a bunch of pants I gave to my daughter. And they all fit now. I want them back. She and I are the same size. Mind-blowing. I don't think she loves it as much as I do. But we can change clothes. Not my 10-year-old now. My 14-year-old daughter. So let's go over the measurements. Now, I was watching Janet Greta the other day, and she was saying what her measurements are for her reboot. And I was like, wait a minute. She and I are like the same size. And that's when I thought about it. I'm like, I haven't told you guys what I'm measuring. Like what my inches are at, like what my actual inches are. I don't think anyway. So I thought I'm going to do that today. So I'm going to tell you all of my measurements. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. My bust is 39.5. That's down another half an inch from last week. I had a few weeks break. Now another shrinkage. It's fine. And that is 3 inches down in 10 weeks on my bust. My rib cage is now 32.5, which is the lowest it has been post-surgery. It was down 0 from last week because it was, well, that's not true. It was up last week. So when I say 0 on all these, that means I lost all of the swelling that I got last week, which was a lot. I didn't even write it down because it was too depressing. So 0 means I did lose that, but not anything else. And since the beginning of the cut, I've lost 1.5 inches around my rib cage. In fact, my rib cage has so little fat that my bra feels like it's cutting into my bones like a knife. Could I lose any more around there? I just don't even know how. But I swear to you, I was 30 inches before my surgery around my underbust. How is that even possible? I do not know. Okay, I'm running out of time here. Let's get this on. Let's get the show on the road. Okay, my left arm is now 12 inches, and that is down an inch from last week, and it's only down a half an inch from the beginning. It's still up quite a bit. I was 10.5 before surgery. So a lot of my lipedema fat in my arms swelled back up and has not reacted to the ketogenic diet, which is super bummer. And I have been exercising and making muscles, but I just really don't feel like it's having any effect. My right arm is now 12.25 inches, which is 0 from last week, which means it came down the amount that I lost. I mean, that I had swelled up, which I don't remember what that was, but I think it was 13 last week. I kid you not. Half an inch total, just like the other one. My waist, so the part of me that is around my belly button, is now 33.5 inches. 33.5. And that is the lowest I've seen since surgery. And, what was I going to say? And that is a half an inch down from last week. But I will tell you this, that when I was swollen last week, it was back up to like 35.5. So really this week I've really lost 2 inches around my waist. But I'm only counting the amount that I went down from the time before. So that is a total of 3 inches I lost around my waist since beginning the cut. And the smallest I've been since surgery. But before surgery, my waist was 27. Kid you not. I used to pull it tight. You know, I think it's because the muscle repair pulls the muscles out and they take up more space than my fatty tissue did because I had such a big separation and my lipedema fat and it's all squishy and skin and I would put it really tight. Once the muscles went there, I couldn't get so tight because I have like nothing left to lose on my waist. What the heck? Like, I don't know how I could lose 6 more inches on my waist. I just feel like it's not possible, but I mean, whatever. Anyway, my hips, so the part of my hips that basically is at the top of my booty, across my hip bones, is now 38.5. And that's down 1/4 inch from last week plus the amount that I had gone up. And that is 3 inches down since the beginning of the cut. My actual booty, which is around the widest part of my booty across my lower hip bones, is 41. And that is a 0 from last week, but it's down a lot because I swear it was up to like 42 or 43. I don't remember, but it was ridiculously scary, so I didn't write it down. But it's 2.5 down for the entirety of the cut. Now, that was part of the areas that I really want to affect with lipedema. You can see the difference. My waist that had literally no fat at all to lose, I've lost 3 inches. And my booty, which has tons of fat to lose, has only lost 2.5. So there you go. My left thigh is now 20 inches. It is down 1/2 inch from last week in addition to the amount that I had swollen up. 1.5 only down for the full cut. So this is where my lipedema is, and it just is more resistant to diet and exercise. Sucks. My right thigh is now 21, which is 0 down from last week, just came back down to normal, and 1.25 down for the entirety of the cut. My left knee, which is my big problem area, it's the #1 reason that caused me to go back on keto to begin with, is 17. Last week it was 18.5 because it was swollen. This week it is 17. At the beginning of the cut, it was 18, so it's down 1. Same for my right knee, almost identical, except for it hadn't swollen up quite as much last week because I didn't hurt that one. But yeah, 17, down 1 inch. My left calf is now 14 inches, which is down 1/2 inch from last week, and that's 1.25 inches in the entirety of the cut. My right calf is down to 14.25, which was 0 lost from last week, but considering I'm pretty sure it was 15, yeah, and only 1 down for the entirety of the cut. So now you know what my measurements are. You can think what you want. I'm 5'7", and now I'm weighing 192, and I'm in a size 10 on the bottom. My top is still a size large. My arms are just too huge to fit in anything else. It's super frustrating. I'm trying not to think about it too hard, but I was in a size small before surgery, so it's kind of hard for me to be that, but my pants are now, that's basically where I was. I mean, not measurement-wise, but the pants I was wearing are now all fitting. I don't understand. Plus, last week I tried on a pair of my daughter's wide leg pants that I've been trying to get for my 14-year-old, size 8 Old Navy wide leg pants, and they fit. So... And they're not stretchy pants, guys. We're talking, these are jeans. Crazy. Also, I had to go down a size in my compression. So I've been wearing Old Navy Power Press leggings for compression for my lipedema, and I now went down to a size medium. When I hold those suckers up in front of me, I'm like, there is no way that's going on my booty. And then they go, and they fit like a glove, and it's perfect. So to say I'm happy about that little process or that little happening, that would be an understatement. I'm so excited. I feel smaller now than I did before surgery, even though I know I was smaller then, because I don't have that chunky, hangy lipedema fat hanging off my belly with all its loose skin and all of my diastasis recti and everything. Like, because my stomach is flat, I feel more fit and more skinny and more confident than before surgery, even though technically my measurements are up. And honestly, I just don't know if my measurements are going to go back down. I'm trying to be realistic about this lipedema thing. I really feel like my legs probably aren't going to change that much. Even if I continued on with this cut, I really feel like I'm just going to lose more from my upper body. Not that I have a lot more to lose. My arms not shrinking is super disappointing. And I was this close to getting my loose skin removed, and if I had, I wouldn't even have the lipedema on my arms anymore. It would have just gone with the loose skin. And now that I know about my lymphatic system issues, I'm kind of nervous to do that and mess with my armpit nodes. So I just don't know if I'm ever going to get brave enough to do surgery on my arms, which was the #1 thing I wanted. If you remember back to my most watched video, which is my 200 pounds lost loose skin or whatever video. A lot of you guys probably came here because of that video. You remember that my arms were the #1 thing that bothered me, and I probably am gonna live with them forever. I don't know. I really don't know. But I hope that somehow, someday, I'll be able to have that removed and not have bad things happen. But after this experience with the last surgery, I'm thinking I'm a little nervous. I'm a little gun shy to have that done. But I'm still thrilled that I did it. And despite knowing about the lipedema now, I'm grateful to know about it. I'm grateful that I know it's a problem. And as you guys probably saw in the video, I went to the doctor this week. They have still not called me for the referral to the vein doctor. The only one that's actually called me is the vocal doctor, which, considering I've had a very rough week with my vocal cords, I am glad to be going to that doctor this week. But so far, they have not called for any of the other consults that I got. But I did get brave, and I went to a doctor, and I asked for what I wanted, and wasn't treated like I didn't know what I was talking about, which is what I was afraid of, and I appreciated. So I can't think of anything else. Probably going to regret not remembering something because my brain doesn't always go in the right patterns, but it brings back that whole executive function thing. I try and tie everything that I do to things I already do in my life. So like, for example, my vibration plate therapy, I put that into my regular routine of when I like put the makeup on my face and brush my teeth and everything. And I've just added it into my routine. So it's part of what I do. The chicken bucket workout, I only do that when my chicken bucket is empty, and I force myself to do it even though I don't want to ever, because I just never, ever want to. Also, I take dance classes at my daughter's dance studio because I'm already there. I can't get out of it. And so it's ways to incorporate exercise that help me with my executive function by creating habits and processes in my life that I cannot avoid and must do, and it takes the executive function part out of the equation, and I just do it. So if you guys have ADHD, I know I've been talking to a few of you that do. That's one suggestion that I was gonna make, and if you made it to the end of this video, you know who you are, and I appreciate you watching. Alrighty guys, don't forget to check out the About section for all the goodies, and for the link where you can join me over on Facebook if you need help getting started on your own weight loss journey. I have a getting started guide over there. If you are not on Facebook, I'm happy to send it to you free of charge. ketochaos@gmail.com is my email. I also have a PO box in the About section, and of course my wish list like I mentioned earlier. All the fun things that you can do to support the channel. I can't do this without you. I need your support, so I'm grateful for all of you who take the time and offer what you can, both emotionally here on the channel by commenting and liking and participating in the video, and also those of you who can donate monetarily towards keeping me going on this job, because it really is a job now, and I do it because it's a job, and because I don't want to lose all of you guys, and because it is also part of the executive function thing. If I know that I have to share my data, more likely to follow through. Alrighty guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope this video was beneficial and that you enjoyed, and I hope that you'll stick around and catch me again at the next video. Alrighty guys, we'll talk to you all again soon.